I'm challenging myself to play one Minecraft day every day for an entire year. This is day 188 of that challenge, and it's been quite the journey, I have to say. But for today, we'll be continuing to work on what we kind of started yesterday, which is this windmill build over here, which is obviously not looking like much of a windmill, but we planned it out nicely. I think it's a work in progress, but let's just go over to our main base to start the day. Make sure we get down our infamous wall of subscribers. We got to write down 1 subscriber every day if you didn't know. And that's right here with all of these great names. So for today, we have Voided Shard. Welcome to the wall of subscribers. You are officially a legend, my friend. And we are also grabbing 1 melon for every subscriber gain. So even if you're not on that wall, you're still a melon in our very cool melon chest. But let's head back over. Let's start getting to work. I think we got all the blocks we kind of need at the moment, so let's get right to work. And look at that sunset. These shaders just do this world justice, I'll tell you that. If you play Minecraft without shaders, I'm not gonna say it. I mean, maybe I'll say it. You're missing out. You're missing out. I know it's like the OG game didn't have shaders, whatever, blah blah blah. I mean, it's you're missing out. That's just, it's got to be a fact at this point. Like, the game just looks, I think, inarguably better, but also, like, I mean, it brings back that feel that you used to get when you first started playing. I mean, back then, don't get me wrong, like, Minecraft's graphics, simple but effective. I mean, and nowadays, like, still pretty simple, but haven't improved enough with the time. So I think shaders kind of give you that. So I suggest everybody plays with shaders, and we're gonna texture this wall up as we go as well. So let's can I do something like this? Is this like a pro move? I feel like this is kind of a pro move. Pickaxe in one hand, tough blocks in the other. That's tough, man. That's tough. Sorry, corny joke there, but it's pretty tough, not gonna lie. And then we're gonna have to look at this. We got 2 toughs. We're double toughing it right now. This is kind of a pro move right now. I feel like I'm improving at building just by playing however many days. This has been 188. You know, this being day 188 doesn't even feel real to me. Every time I like say the next day, like, I'm like, there's no way we've made it this far in this challenge, but we have. And 365 day challenge, if you're new here, it's we're on our way, let's say that. And let's see, I think this is going to be exactly what I'm looking for, like these tough bricks, mix tough and tough bricks here. But then we're gonna have to plan out, obviously, the details on the outside. I think I want to use, I don't know if I want to use dark oak or spruce. I think dark oak might give us that better kind of contrast we're looking for, in a sense. I'm not sure if spruce is going to be a dark enough block to give us the contrast we're looking for, so we'll see. I do want to make that decision as well, but I need to get to work on this, you know. Like, we got that looks perfect. We got so many days left, you know, a good amount, not gonna lie. We have more than enough time left, but I do want to get straight to work. And where are, oh, we got right here, we have our shulkers. So let's throw these down. Then we could throw them down next to the path right now. They kind of look like they belong. They're like giant fruits of some sort. Nothing in there. Okay. And dark oak in here. What if I used, hear me out, what if I used not stripped but regular spruce? Is that crazy? That might be crazy, but let's give it a shot. And I think what we would do is probably something like this here. Bring this out this far. I think this could look pretty good, actually. Something like this, maybe? And I think I want this coming out that way. Something like that. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, is that too wide though? Do we need to thin that out maybe? I don't know if that's too wide. I think that's too wide. I think we gotta thin that out just one. Push it towards the inside a bit. Or maybe we just do this and bring this out one more here. Is this crazy talk? I think this is gonna look pretty nice. Let's see. For the entrance to the windmill. I'm trying to vision it in my head, and I think what'll help me is kind of are we out of deep slate? I think putting a roof onto it will help me see it out a little better. Yeah, I think that's too thick on the first one. I think that's too thick and also not far enough out this way. I think we gotta make it a little thinner, a little longer. I think something like this will look a little better. Just planning it out in my head at least. Let's see. Because that way we can have the roof come out to here. And if you don't know what I'm saying, I'll show you what I'm saying in a bit. That feels too thin now. I feel like that entrance is just gonna be too tiny. Okay, I have a plan. I think I actually have this planned out perfectly. I have an official plan. This is the final answer. Steve Harvey. This is the final answer. I don't know, anybody ever watch Family Feud? I used to love that show. I used to watch that show every day. Let me know in the comments. What's your favorite game show? I need to hear that. I love game shows. I've always been kind of like a game show kind of guy. I don't really watch much TV, to be completely honest. Like, I'd rather hop on a game. Not a big TV guy. But I did always love a good game show. It didn't really matter what it was. Family Feud, Wheel of Fortune. What else I watched? Just some fun. I mean, maybe that's why I like watching Mr. Beast even. Like, Mr. Beast is kind of like his own game show at this point. Am I wrong to say that? Like, is that a crazy take? Like, is Mr. Beast not like a game show? Like, I feel like not only Beast games, but even his challenges give you that kind of sense of like, you know, you survive 100,000 days in the wild, or even surviving 1,000 days in Minecraft and you get $100,000, whatever it is. You know, and I always wonder too, because like you only see his videos when he drops them. Like, what if right now, like, somebody's like 1,000 days into like a 10-year long challenge? I mean, if you're Mr. Beast, you're probably, you know, planning 10 years ahead. He's probably got somebody right now, like, whatever it is. Like, maybe they're even in space. Like, who knows what he's got planned? But he's planning 10 years ahead, I'll tell you that. He's definitely planning 10 years ahead. And somebody right now is doing a challenge for, like, 5 years. I wonder who it is. You'll never know. You would never know until it happens. But let's work on this roof. I think something like that is what I'm going for here. And I think we just kind of, you know, bring this out here. Keep it pretty simple. And I think we're gonna also do what we did on that roof. We're gonna do a mix of maybe dark oak. I'm not sure about that yet. That's not a lock. Don't quote me on that just yet. But I think we're gonna do something like that. But let's head up here. Let's do this. And we are out of deep slate things. Let's make another crafting table, because I don't see any in sight somehow. Throw that right there. And let's make some more stairs. I don't think I'm really gonna need too many blocks, so let's make a lot of these into stairs. Also, I'm not sure if we're gonna need too many stairs either, because we're just kind of doing this small roof, and then the top roof is probably gonna be... Dang it. The top roof is probably gonna be a little different than this roof. I don't know what kind of shape I'm going for just yet, but I would assume it would be a little bit different. And for this, I think we go like something like that. And then I think we usually go something like that. We're going to need some slabs as well. And we're also going to need dark oak stairs and dark oak slabs. No, I don't think we need slabs. But let's see. I want to, for this build, I want to do like a bit of a mix between strip spruce and regular spruce as well for the, I guess, interior wall here. So we're gonna do something like this, and then nice and simple. And I think that comes out pretty good. But we're also going to need to work on this part right here, which is popping out just a bit. We can encase that like so. And then that does not look right. That did not place correctly. I was like, what is going on with this roof? So let's fix that quick. Nice quick easy fix there. And then I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do here. We're gonna need something there though. We'll see what we gotta do. But I do like this mix of spruce and spruce planks. Strip spruce, that is, and spruce planks. And this is a very kind of thin entrance here, but I think it does the job. And we can maybe make it a little bit taller. I think that looks good though. And then around the side, yeah, that looks pretty good. Maybe we have some bushes hanging out there, or maybe a stack of hay bales, because we will have a lot of this surrounded by wheat farms. And this is going to look pretty nice next to that. I think both these builds are going to complement each other pretty nicely, but we have to figure out as well what we're going to detail with on the outside. And I think we're going to have maybe some, I don't know if we're going to do logs going up the side. We have to figure that out. We'll figure that out when we get to floor 2. But I do want, as well, I need spruce trap doors. And I need, obviously, dark oak for this roof. But we're going to get to that when we get to that. And I want, kind of like in a sense, I might need to build this up just a little more. I could have sworn that it was only that to make tough bricks. But okay, there we go. But I do want to bring this up one more probably. This might end up being a pretty tall build. In comparison to that though, since we're a little lower, it should kind of match in height, I think. But that's something that I'm trying to work on and get a little better at in Minecraft, is like mapping out not just the builds, but in relation to the other builds, like how is this gonna look, like size wise, block palette wise, you know, like those are things that I used to not think about, but I wanted to match. And like I can differentiate, like I used andesite, cobblestone, and stone there, and here I'm using the tough, but I think it'll still look nice next to each other. And obviously we're gonna have to add a lot of detailing to that wall because it looks very bland at the moment, but it's looking pretty good so far, I'd say so myself. And then what are we gonna need here? We're gonna need probably stairs, is my guess. We're gonna need stairs, a few of them, I'm assuming, maybe more than that. So let's make some more. We might need more spruce after this, but I don't know how many stairs we're gonna need. This should probably be enough. Maybe some more slabs, and then obviously we could probably make a ton more trapdoors, and that should be good for what we have planned here. And I want a bit of a balcony. I'm thinking like a balcony kind of coming out from here, and I think something like this is what I'm going for. Maybe on the sides like that, and then this one will have to flip this way, something like that. And then same thing over here. This should work perfectly. We got stairs here, flip around right there, and it's gonna be a pretty small balcony, but I think it's gonna be more for aesthetics and looking nice rather than anything else. And I think what I'm gonna do here is 2 slabs and 1 trapdoor. Now let's take a look at that, see if we like it. And I think that looks pretty good. And then obviously we're gonna have to bring it out just a little more, I think. Do we have to bring it out a little more? Like if I go, can we reach? If I bring it out there, like is that too far out? That might be too far out. I don't know if we're gonna need all that, to be completely honest. It depends on the amount of space we give ourselves building the second floor, I think. And this second floor is going to be probably, I would think, set in one block here. So we should have enough space here. I don't think we need to bring this out any farther than it is. And this roof is going to come in here, so we're probably not going to need to put anything there. But let's put slab, slab, trapdoor. Same thing here. And then I'm assuming we're probably going to fence around all this, so I might just do this around the corners. Round it out a little more and allow us the space to put fences around these corners. Is that too far out? That should be good. I think that looks good. Something like this. I think that should look pretty good for the time being. Yeah, that looks fine, I'd say. And then I think I also want to add, while we're at it, I just want to add an idea here. And we don't really have much spruce to work with. I think I have spruce. Let's go check. Let's get a good check in. Let's go see what we got in the inventory. I think I have some spruce fences, and I think I want to use some of that on this build. Either that or dark oak, but I'm probably going to go with spruce since that's what we're using. I have spruce stairs, so let's grab those for now. And we have some of that. We don't need any hanging signs at the moment, and I think that's all we're really going to need right now. Let's grab some leaves too while we're at it. We can kind of stock up just a bit in our shulker boxes over there. I should have brought one back with me and just filled it up with stuff I might need. It's gonna come out nice though, I have to say. I'm gonna love this build, I think. And for this, let's fill up some of this shulker box with stuff we may need. I don't know why I have 5 wheat in my inventory. Probably gonna need that earlier rather than later. Probably won't need that for a bit. Some of this stuff we won't need for a bit. Okay, so what I want to do here is a little bit of design on these walls here. Maybe something, Jesus, we just messed that up so bad. Something like that. And I think that looks pretty good. I don't like how it's not connected to the top of that stair. Like that's gonna bother me. I'm not gonna lie. That might bother me. So what if we just do something like that? No, I don't like that either. I don't think I like that. There's no way to get that to connect and look good, honestly. So I might just have to do something like that, and that's probably as good as I'm gonna do with that. We're running out of time here, but let's see if we could get these down on all the sides. That way we have a little bit of light as well. 2, 3, 4. It'll give this build a little more light than it had, and also, I mean, just a little beginning to the detailing, just something quick in the start, just to give me a vision from here on out. And I think also, like, I'm gonna probably end up either hanging lanterns from here or bringing this all the way down like that. We'll leave that there for now. I'm not sure if we're gonna stick with that, but I want to get really detailed with this build. I want it to look nice. I don't want it to be anything small as well. I think we're gonna make this pretty large, and we'll have to see tomorrow, I guess, what we're gonna do with the second floor. Maybe get a little detailing in on the first floor, but we might as well fly back to our home base for the end of day 188. And if you made it this far in the video, comment detail, because we're gonna get in our bags, like I said. And always make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hype the video as well, by the way. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 189. Thank you all, and enjoy your night.